Hey guys, before this podcast begins, I just want to talk about a new podcast app that I discovered. It's called Anchor. It's an app where you could upload podcasts wherever you want. It's like Instagram for podcasts, and I just put my podcast up there. This one's on there now, and in my opinion, it's a better platform than YouTube because you get to listen. You also get to listen to it on the go and all these other good stuff. So go check it out, Anchor at Anchor on the App Store. It's kind of purple with some bars. So go check it out. I really recommend it. Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Stop and Talk podcast. It's your host Francesco Marini, and it's a nice, beautiful Monday morning. Let's be honest, guys. I live in fucking Montreal, so all year, pretty much 70% of our year is we're dealing with snow and black snow. Sometimes there's like brown snow, and I, you know, I hate to go off topic. I will get to. I'm going to talk about spring, but let's go on that. What the fuck is brown snow? Where does it come from? Dirt? God, like if there has to be any more disgusting looking thing in this planet, it has to be the fucking black snow. I can't. When I look at that, it makes me sad. Like it's black. Sometimes it's brown, black. I'm like, how did this beautiful, majestic white, titanium white color turn to black weirdness? And I'm not trying to be racist. That's just the facts. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon. I don't really care what time you're watching this. As long as you stopped and you were willing to listen to my ramble. How is your Monday going, guys? Tradition, I always have to ask. Last episode, not that anyone really gives a poop, but last episode, I did not ask. What happened? My brain was not in the right place. How is your Monday going, guys? I hope it's going really well. I hope the start of this new week is gonna invite you to more aha moments and revelations, and you learn something new. And that's what I'm here for. Teach you something. I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you guys today because I have a real big topic to talk about today, and I think it's really relevant. I think it's really relevant. Cause it just came in my head. It's Sunday, by the way. Obviously, you guys know I record on Sunday, post on Monday, and I was just thinking to myself. I went for a run this morning because I was like, you know what? I have to be a little bit of a douchebag this morning and go on a jog. And I went on a nice little jog, and I started realizing I don't do this nearly enough. And this is the topic of today. Why are people my age? Why are we not doing enough exercise? And it is starting to scare me. You know what I mean? Because think about it like this. Remember when you were kids? Not when your parents were kids. I'm not gonna go that far back. I don't fucking know what the hell they did back then. They probably played with like dirt. But I'm talking. I'm focused on us. Remember when we were kids? Remember when we wanted to go outside so badly? Like I was just thinking today. You know what I mean? Like now it takes so much of me to tell myself, okay, we're gonna go outside and we're gonna go on a run, or we're gonna go outside play basketball, or I don't know, go outside and play soccer at that fence. You know, like the fence you would play soccer on, like a fence, and the posts were like each metal bar thing. You know, remember when you would go out, when you would beg your parents. For me, it was like my grandmother. I had to beg my grandmother because like summers I spent with my grandmother because my mother was, she wasn't really home. So I would spend it with my grandmother downstairs and my cousins, right? So me and my cousins all the time begging to go outside, begging, and if we didn't get it, oh my god, how mad and sad we were. You wouldn't even understand. It was the worst feeling in the world when you wouldn't be able to go outside. I remember we wanted to go to the pool all the time. We wanted to go outside. One time, oh my god, me and my cousin, we destroyed my grandmother's garden because we wanted to go on an adventure outside. We got in so much shit. It was, woof, woof. But yeah, remember those days when it was just the best? And now look at us today. I'm talking to my age group. Why is it so hard to go outside now? Why do we just, it's so hard to push us to go outside? This kills me, you know what I mean? Because it's even for me, like, I'm not able to go outside just willy nilly now. I have to literally force myself. Like, to go on a run today, it took so much of willpower. I had to be like, ugh. It was like taking a shit. I had to push it out. And once it was out, I was like, oh. And then I was out for a little run. But then I came home and I realized that felt amazing. I felt awesome. Like I don't know what it is about running, but it just gets that awake. Like for me right now, it's currently like it's 9:30 in the morning. So this nice little wake up run, it brightens my day up. I'm awake. I feel awesome, and I think it's a really good thing. But it just scares me because not a lot of kids my age are doing things. You know what I mean? We're just staying inside all day, and I'm worried for my demographic. And if we do go outside, it's a bunch of basic people going to like the mall and stuff. That doesn't count. Basic people, I'm talking to you now. That doesn't count. Going to the mall doesn't count as going outside. Alright? Going to Oshiaga doesn't count as going outside. Alright? Even though Oshiaga sounds like a lot of fun, it's not. It's not going outside. Well, you're technically outside, but it's not like playing, like, like I understand I'll never be that kid who wants to go outside and play. But damn, it does fucking hurt, Like I remember those days. Anyway, one day we will be back to that area. And I swear, if my kid is a kid who just plays video games all day and sits in his room and does shit all, man, I'm going to ruin him. Like my kid, when he's born, the first thing I'm gonna tell him is stop crying because in this world you can't cry. Okay, the following of what I'm gonna say is not entirely true. It's exaggerated, so don't get all willy nilly on me. The second he's born, it's gonna be a guy, by the way. The second he's born, stop crying. No more. This world, if you cry, they call you a pussy. So no more crying. You stop crying. Every time he gets mad at me, every time he breaks a rule, gets out of line. Hey, you're not taking the garbage out. 50 push-ups. 50. 1, 2, 50 push-ups. Oh, no, 50 more. And that's how I'm gonna take care of him. And this kid, every single time, if he goes to school, comes home, hey dad, can I get a phone? What do you need a phone for? What do you? Okay, look. This metal brick, this thing that's made by Chinese people, this shit is worthless. I don't need you to get a phone and then Instagram and then start talking to girls and then sexting because then sexting leads to talking leads to meeting in person and in person leads to having fun and wink, and then having fun leads to having sex and then sex leads to an unwanted pregnancy and I don't want that on my hands. So you're not getting a phone, son. And he's 8 right now. You're not getting a phone or an iPad. And you know what? No pants. I'm not gonna give you pants. Just nothing. We give our kids too much these days. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I have friends, obviously. Well, I hope so. Fuck. And I won't say who because it's not nice what I'm gonna say, but we're too spoiled of a generation. Even me. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, my father. Oh my god, my father. My father wouldn't buy me like a drink while we're like when you go on a boardwalk, he wouldn't even get me like a water if it was a super hot day, let alone a fucking iPhone. To get my dad this phone, the amount of begging it took, you know what I mean? The hypocrite level right here is too high, but it's and I understand why he's doing it, and I admire that because I don't need this shit. You know what I mean? But for some reason, I feel like I need to because other people have that. How weird is that? How weird is it to think that just because other people have it means I want it? What does that even mean? I don't get it. I don't understand, man. But yeah, people in my age level, we're too spoiled. We get what we want too much. And then when we get mad and we beg, we get it super, 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 super easily. But yeah, it's a problem, man. I see people they come into school, they get like a new iPhone literally every month, and it's not like a cheap iPhone like 4. It's like an iPhone like X plus. I'm like, why? Why do you need this in your life? What hole is this filling for you that you need it so badly? You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean? What happened to old days? And you just like, I don't even know, read a book. Fuck books, guys. I'm sorry. I hate books. I'm not even gonna pretend like I like them. Those things are boring as balls. But yeah, another fucking thing that people are having every day is vapes, man. Vapes. Holy shit. do you understand? This epidemic of basicness is causing so much shit to go around. It's like a zombie apocalypse. Like I'm not even okay. I think I said that really wrong. Apocalypse. Yeah. It's like a fucking zombie came to our school, just bit one of these girls, and then they all of a sudden, oh my god, like, can I have a still? Like, oh, and people are vaping in my class now. What? When did this become a thing? I think if I would have vaped in elementary, my teacher would have punched me in the face. Punch, like a straight up punch. I would have been bleeding. I would have came home bleeding. This shit's getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. Kids these days, they're so quick to just grow up and get all the grown up shit. Whatever happened to just enjoying being 16? You know what I mean? Like I feel like everybody's just trying to rush to age 18, age 20. You know what I mean? Like why? We're 16. Why don't you just chillax for a bit? Why don't you just go home, play a little bit of VG, have a little fun with yourself? You know what I mean? Why you gotta get vapes? Why you gotta get phones? Why you gotta ruin your life like this? You know what I mean? But guess what? We all do it. I do it too. You do it too. We all do it. I don't understand. I need to get a therapist on this podcast. You know what I mean? He's just gotta start. He's gotta drop in knowledge. That'd be a great idea. To get a therapist on this podcast. You know what? I'm gonna make a note. Get therapist on podcast. That could be perfect. I would not mind. And if anybody out there knows a good therapist who doesn't mind being on a low budget podcast, shout him out. Guys, today's Easter for me, and well, Easter was yesterday when this podcast goes out. So, how was your Easter? Did you guys eat lamb? Did you guys eat? No, apparently not allowed to eat fish. I still don't know what the rules are, but I don't even know why we eat lamb. And I feel bad that we eat lamb too. I feel like when I don't know what's wait Good Friday. Good. I know. Okay, let's do this. A little bit of catechism time for you guys. So I know Thursday the dude died. No. Thursday he had like the last time he ate with his buddies. Um. Oh guys, by the way, wait. Before I get back, there's like a like I don't know like this movie on Netflix. It's called The Last Hangover, and it's like The Last Supper, but it's like a parody of The Hangover. Watch it. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, that's a little bit of Frankie shout out of the day. The Frankie movie shout out of the day. Or of the week. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Thursday, last time he ate with his buddies. He got a little baked, got a little bit fucked up, so they lost him. And Friday, he dies. Saturday, he's just chilling in heaven. And then Sunday, he comes back, he's like, yo, guys, what the fuck is up? You guys can have church on Sundays. So there you go. That's the story. So today, he comes back to life, and we're celebrating a dead man coming back to life. How wonderful. How wonderful. Such a lovely zombie story for a lovely Sunday. And I'm proud. I'm proud that I get to have all this food, you know? Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. I farted and it smells like eggs and cheese. That is insane. I can't believe I made that smell. Yo, I'm telling you, when you're vegan, it smells like a motherfucker. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So today is Easter, guys. So I'm gonna eat like I'm gonna eat like a fucking gorilla on Gorilla Glue. Like it's gonna get intense tonight, and there's mad people coming over. It's like a brunch, so it's like good food, not lame dinner food. I find with brunch, you can never go wrong. There's always good shit to eat at brunch, but when you have dinner, there's that chance of it being, fuck, I don't like to eat this fucking spinach shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I've been told not to drop the F bomb on this podcast anymore. So if I do, I'm apologizing. I'm gonna try to stop, but I have this I don't care disease, so it may be a little bit hard, but I'll try. But yeah, I'm so excited to eat today, man. Brunch is gonna be dope. It's like fucking waffles. There's gonna be mad fruit. There's gonna be like chocolate. There's gonna be like cinnamon buns. And oh my god, guys, is it me? Or I just love hash browns and ketchup. Oh god, it's so delicious. I don't understand. It's so delicious. It makes me cry when I eat it. Like, do you guys ever eat a food that you've been craving for so long that you literally shed a tear and then you just wipe it away and you're like, I don't know, like, who cares? Like, oh, that's what that is for me. Like, I just love it. It's so delicious. Oh my god. Ah. But yeah, but I'm vegan, so there's a lot of special food for me today because they know I'm vegan, so they prepare me some nice vegan options. And baby, you have no idea how awesome it is when you're vegan and there's chocolate for you. It's so rare now. Oh god. I have to have a podcast one day where I just talk about what it's like to be vegan. Probably gonna get my brother Fabio, who was on last episode. He's gonna come on, and we're just gonna talk about fucking veganism. I think that's gonna be so good for us. Just answer some real questions, because I find vegan people like, look, for me, I get mad questions why I'm vegan. Everyone's like, oh, so why did you become vegan? Oh, what are the benefits? Oh, what can you eat? Oh, what do you substitute meat with? Oh, I don't know why I keep doing but and all these questions I can answer them on just a special podcast. I would definitely do that. Not today though, because we're already like 10 minutes left, and I don't know how I can manage to do that. But yes, what episode is today? Today's episode 10, huh? Oh shit, is it really episode 10? It is episode 10. Holy shit, guys! Happy anniversary! Happy 10 episode anniversary. We made it this far. 9 weeks in, because I think we did 2 episodes on 1 week. But happy 10 episode anniversary, Stop and Talk podcast. Yay! I don't even know why I'm celebrating. If you guys have been here this long, and you guys are listening up to this point, and I really hope I'm not talking to myself right now, which I probably am, but if I'm not talking to myself right now and you are on the other side of this earphone, thank you for being here on this lovely journey I've had podcasting. I've learned, I've failed, I've made an utter fool of myself. But thanks for being along the ride with me. Oh my god. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? There's this thing I have on my phone, okay? So I have this thing. We're gonna go through this, and this is how we're gonna end off this podcast. I think we might have some time left after, so you guys may be in luck. I have this thing on my phone, okay? So I'm gonna go through this. And, today's Easter, obviously, correct? And I believe in peace, in love, in shedding the right mind and spirit to you guys. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to feel good about yourselves. I I want the spread of love to go around. So that's why I've composed exactly 26 life quotes that I believe you guys should follow. And if you don't, your choice. No pressure. But I'm going to go through 26 quotes by people in my life that I've encountered. And this is my way of... These are all good people, by the way, who have showed me this. So I believe good people should not just be... I shouldn't be selfish with these good people. I should share the word. So let's begin with number 1. When we focus too much on what's going to happen, we forget about what's happening. Number 2. We eat. Oh, this is very vegan, by the way. So if you're not vegan, I'm sorry. I wrote this when I was in a very spiritual phase of my life, so I was a bit of an ass. So bear with me. We eat stressed out animals, and then we become stressed out animals. We are what we eat. That one always makes me cry. This one's not so brilliant. Go to sleep, count the sheep until you hear beep beep beep. A little bit of Dr. Seuss in there. We mesh into the crowd to make everyone proud. Now how true can that be? Don't judge my story on a chapter you just ran in on. Now I understand that one's very basic, but bear with me. This one, it's easy as balls. That's my teacher who said that. I can't. Oh, that's not important. If you ever want to release some stress or get something off your chest, come to me, Francesco Marini, and that's very true. If you guys ever need someone to talk to, I'm always here. You could always comment in the below, and I will answer any question you guys have because I have been given a title, the Stress Guru. I gave myself that title because I'm a badass, but I am the Stress Guru. And if you guys ever need to release some of that little bit of steam, I'm there. This one's a good one. Talking about your ex is like talking about buttholes. You don't want to talk about it a lot, but occasionally you joke about them. Now how accurate is that? Couples who are truly happy do not feel the need to make a big show out of it. Big shows are for those who are insecure. Now that one's really deep, and I understand. And I'm sorry if you guys are like wanting to get married one day, but that can't be true. Is it? I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not. Look, if you want to get married with your life, you know what I mean. That's good. If you're that comfortable getting married, that's awesome. But to make a big show out of it is what the problem I have. Like, if you want to get married and put it on stone that day, this is my lover, that's good for you. And I actually believe in that. But for me, what gets me fun was when it's a whole stage. And there's a big gala. And there's 340 people there. And there's 14 speeches. And the food is extravagant. Oh, and the atmospherical vibe is so ecstatic. No, all this shit is a big show, and it's for people who are insecure and they need to fill that hole in their life, and that's what those are for. And if you have a problem with that, then fuck you. The most important rule of life is to be open-minded because when you are, life can be appreciated for what it was, and not what white rich capitalists make it out to be. Now, I apologize if you're a white rich capitalist, but don't you can't disagree with this. It's just pure fact. This one's a good one. This one's by me. I was a bit high when I just said this, but it still makes sense. If you were a Subway sandwich, you should be called extra too much. Now I said this because somebody was talking way too much and I couldn't take it anymore. And then I said right after that, you are a guitar. You have many strings. Even to this day, I don't understand why I said that. It doesn't make sense. But in a way, it does. Which is the problem. um, how much time are we doing this? We're 20 minutes into this. We got plenty of time left. What am I talking about? Okay. Those. Oh, this one. The reason why I don't jump into relationships so easily is because I ask myself a question. Who am I better off with, her or myself? Now, that is something I've dealt with my a really long time now because, I've been single for way too fucking long, guys. Way too fucking long. I'm sick of no sex. But that's just a choice I make. And the reason why I make this choice is because it's true. These days, a lot of people my age, in my age group, a lot of what they do is they'll get into relationships, and they'll get into hey, relationships really fast. And it's not even like oh my god, I love her so much I'm gonna get in a relationship with her. No, it's just kind of like I don't care who it is, just somebody who is not even that attractive, like a 5 out of 10, maybe even 4. I want to get into a relationship now and show it off on Snapchat, on Instagram, so everybody knows I'm in a relationship. And then when you do that, it's just the perfect formula. You got a little bit of sadness, a little bit of staleness, and a little bit of nothingness. And that formula is the perfect brew for a sad, lazy, non eventful relationship that you will regret. But you will learn from it. So they do it, they learn from it, and they come out and they realize, hey, you know what? This girl was not the best, so I'm gonna make fun of her now that I broken up with her. I'm gonna call her ugly and all this bullshit to mask the fact that I realized it was my fault that I got into this relationship. And they do all this shit, say all they gotta say, promise themselves they won't get into another relationship, and then they get into another relationship because they feel lonely again. And then you begin an addiction. It's kind of like drugs in a way. It's kind of like cocaine, you know what I mean? You try for the first time, it's awesome. You have sex for the first time, you feel amazing. You're just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I can't do this. You have somebody to hang out with all the time. You're like, I'm never alone. This is dope. But then you realize there's something missing, and then you break up with them. You know what I mean? And you feel this relief. It's like the high is over. You're like, that was a dope ride. Now I gotta chill. But then the urge comes up, that little itch. You know what I mean? Oh, now I want to hang out with somebody. So now you're always looking for that drug again, and then you get into another relationship, and it's not as awesome as last time, but you still do it. You know what I mean? You still get into that relationship, and then you do all this stuff, and then they break up with you, or you break up with them. It doesn't matter, but it's just a constant cycle now. Just craving that company, but then you realize that you got into this relationship for the wrong reasons, and then you're stuck, and then you break up, but then you miss it, and then you get another one. Then you break up, but then you miss it, and then you get another one, and then it's a non-ending cycle. And this happens so much in my school, and I see it all the time. It's people who just don't want to be alone. and they'll do anything. I saw this story on Snapchat the other day, and I'm not. I promise you guys, I promise you. It said I'm a lonely anybody. I was like it was some girl. She's like anybody down to date. I'm not even joking, guys. And the girl was hot too. I was surprised why she would say that. I did not respond. Trust me, that girl is not the type for me. She's way too basic. But just imagine saying that. Anybody down to date? What is that? Like, what happened to just going up to a girl, saying hi, being like, "Hey, what's up? How are you? What do you do? What's your hobbies? What do you like to do with your life? You know what I mean? What are your talent? What happened to that? Taking a girl out, taking a girl out to fucking park. You know what I mean? I don't know, any fucking place. I don't give a shit. But whatever happened to that? Now girls are just, and guys too. Anybody down to date? It really demoralizes me because like I really do believe in, like, I'm a little bit of a lovey-dovey, you know what I mean? I like the concept of love. I'm like a romantic. What do you call that? Like I'm a hopeless romantic. And seeing this, it's like, why? Why would you choose to do this? Take this easy way out when you could just chill and one day it will come. This is what I'm talking about when I say kids my age, they just want to get old. They just want to get old so fast, and it's so annoying. It's just so like, bro, relax, chill. You're so young. You got so much to live for. You can do all this stuff in your mid 20s, late 30s. Really, late 30s, you can do it. You know what I mean? And right now, it's not that. I just don't believe it's the time for all this nonsense. And believe me, I don't. I think it's not the time for like relationships, but I believe it's the time for sex. I think it's really the time for guys and girls to explore their bodies, have fun with each other, protection, of course, and just explore each other. Just have fun with life because this is what it's meant to be. You're not meant to be in a trapped relationship when you're 16. You just discovered you have a penis and you have a vagina. Use it. Don't trap yourself within it. You know what I mean? All this trapping and stuff like that, like, it's not now. One day you'll want to settle down. One day you'll be done with all these girls, and then I assume you just want to settle down. But right now, guys, listen to me. It's too early. We can't get caught up in this stuff because then you just realize time flies, and you're like, man, this is the time I was supposed to use my body, and I just did not use it at all. And I can tell you guys how many cases of this I see, and it happens to me, happens to my friends. You know what I mean? And it's just one big circle of shit. You know what I mean? And it bothers me, but look, I am a strong believer in doing what you believe is right. And if something makes somebody happy, you have to respect that. Trust me, respect that about somebody. There's no shame in that, and But you could always give your opinion and tell them what you think. Just tell them, yo, whatever happens in this relationship, don't forget that you're still young. You know what I mean? Don't say cheat on her because I think that's a terrible thing to do to a girl or a guy. Um, but it's always important to tell them, hey, your life just begun. Don't forget, you're still only 16. And I'm not saying that you're not mature to date. I'm just saying it's so early. You know what I mean? Don't waste your life. You only get one, and that's it. So use it wisely and have fun with it. And that's the moral of this podcast today. It's just to have fun with your life. Don't rush your life so fast. You know what I mean? Life is too short to be rushed. You know what I mean? It's like when you get a beautiful new video game, like GTA or Spider-Man. That game was dope. Both those games, dope games. And then you get it, and then you just rush right through it. Why? Why don't you just enjoy it? Take each mission at a time. Enjoy the process. Don't rush. It sucks to rush. You know what I mean? And then once it's over, you're like, damn, I wish I would have just chilled out in my life. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the moral of today's podcast, guys. It's just to chill out sometimes and all this stuff. And I just realized that I still have some fucking things to talk about. I had more quotes. Anyway, next quote. Those people who try to control you are not the referees of your. Oh, this one's a good one. Sorry. Those people who try to control you are not the referees of your life. They are just the fans. How true can that be? I wish I was like Thanos and I had the Infinity Gauntlet so I could snap my fingers and everyone would be high as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I would fucking use that all the time. You need to eat to move and move to eat. How much truer can that be? Sit. No, I'm not gonna say that one. You always learn something new to add to your mind creature. What the fuck was up with me that day? Uh, oh, what the hell? Oh, this one's a good one, and this is the last one. Well, just two more. If you teach an elephant to climb a tree, it'll spend its whole life thinking it's stupid because it cannot climb a tree. And the last one is, I know you're not a doctor, but get some patience. Haha, nice joke. But I want to talk about the one before that, the elephant one. You know what? We don't have time for it today. But it's true. It's a problem with our school system. Fuck, teaching kids to do things that they're not really good at, and it makes them feel stupid. Fucking teachers, man. If it was up to me, the school system would change. But this is a whole other topic, and I think we gotta end this podcast soon. There's something I want to talk about before the podcast ends. I don't think anybody stayed this long, but if you are here this long, I have a podcast on Anchor. Guys, you know what? Okay, you know what? Never. I'll say it at the beginning of this podcast. So this might be the second time talking about it, but I'll talk about it a second time. Guys, I have a podcast on Anchor. It's an app on the App Store. It's like a little purple thing with like weird bars. On there, it's kind of like an Instagram for podcasts. I have a podcast, Stop and Talk, like here on there. You can listen to it on the go. You can listen to it when you're just chilling in your house with your phone off. You don't need a YouTube for it. So I think it's actually a really good idea, guys, to go and get that if you enjoy this podcast. It can make listening to it much more easier. You know, you can listen to it on the metro, on the go, wherever you really feel like it, at any time, anywhere, whenever it's truly convenient for you. So I would really recommend it. I have it and I love it. So yeah, guys, check that out, please. I'll leave a link in the description. Will I? I don't fucking care. I don't probably not. Just go on the App Store and fucking search it up. Let's be honest. That's how you do it. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this week, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope I shed a little light on your little Easter morning, guys. Oh no, today's for you guys. It's like Good Monday or Decent Monday. I don't fucking know, guys. I'm not a Catholic. Well, I am, but just not a conscience Catholic. Conscientious Catholic. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be all for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, I hope I shed some light on your Monday. I hope this week, guys, for you is a great week. I hope you guys chill out, you know what I mean? Have a good 4-day week and just have fun with life. You know, don't forget, life is short. Don't rush things. Take it each day by day and enjoy it. Play sports, go outside. Spring has just arrived and it's hot as fuck outside, so take advantage of that as much as you possibly can. You can find me at frank._.0215 on Instagram and Frank underscore 1502 on Snapchat, and Stop and Talk on Anchor. Please check that out. I promise you won't regret it. It's super cool. And there's a lot of other podcasts too. It's not just me. You know what I mean? It's a good platform to listen to a bunch of people's minds. So I would very much recommend it. So guys, I will see you guys next Monday. See you later, you motherfuckers.